Man, it's not easy to get the truth out there. However, I'll try again. Last year, a Hispanic who's here, unfortunately, illegally, and refuses to go through the correct channels, let me know that people were going to be lining up at the border. When you try to tell people that, they don't listen to you. I try to tell English speaking people, politicians, the White House, they didn't listen to me. And now look, it's like a sinkhole. It's been there and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And depending on what they decide next week will determine how deep a bunch of us will fall into. These people have plans to use those kids to take over our country one day. You people don't see how serious it is. I do, because I spoke to a person who is related closer than you could ever be, because it's their people. And they don't agree with everything that they're doing, and I don't either anymore. They are abusing every privilege that they get, and they're not trying to go through legal channels. What they did do when they thought that DACA was going to end, a bunch of them ran to these attorneys here, Hispanic attorneys, to start getting papers processed and ready. And unfortunately, my mayor encouraged it on TV. Okay, now back to the matter at hand. Mexico has an embassy to take people in as refugees seeking asylum. They didn't. They always reject indigenous people and people of color, whether they're Spanish speaking or not. It's a known fact. So what happened was the coyotes got the people and or the kids here to our border, and they're from Mexico, the coyotes are, and they left them there. And those loving parents who had those kids, their babies snatched out of their arms, were in agreement. They turned their back on their kids to leave them here, hoping that they could get a hold of some of that US dollar too, because they have pesos there in their countries too, which means they're poor compared to us because our dollar value is more. Get that, people. It's like a quarter for every dollar or every dollar and a half when you think of pesos and dollars. Who wouldn't want to come here? Now, here's the problem. The people in Venezuela who speak Spanish are starving to death. They're fighting against a government tyrant. And last but not least, we need to help our homeless before we help people like the people at the border.